You are watching the Global Gamers Invitational Tournament brought to you by iFixit. SCVs for the real world. The Handsome Nerd attire for the handsomest of nerds. And Esports United, sponsored by Intel. This broadcast is also made possible by IC Cup TV, TeamLiquid.net, and of course, Blizzard Entertainment. Hello everyone and welcome back. This is Mac. I am here with Railcoon and we are bringing you Game 2 from the Global Gamers Invitational Round of 8 between Demaga, our Red Zerg, and White Raw, our Blue Protoss. We're here on Lost Temple. Once again, I do want to thank those sponsors, iFixit, SCVs for the real world, but also Esports United, sponsored by Intel, and the Handsome Nerd attire for the handsomest of nerds. So this map was chosen by Demaga, which is interesting because like we were talking about a moment ago, the Zerg don't like this map because of that cliff that looms over their expansion. And while Colossus aren't quite a siege tank, they're the next best thing and can do an awful lot of damage. So I'm a little bit surprised by that, but then again, there is that nice gold expansion. If you're in cross positions or close air positions, you can get the gold quite easily as Zerg, and at least that is nice. But all in all, I'm surprised not on Scrap Station, quite frankly.
Yeah, it is the best of 5, so maybe he's saving Scrap Station for in case this doesn't work out for him. If he gets really thrown up against the wall, go to Scrap Station. Really nice map for Zerg. That sort of a thing. Lost Temple's a little bit more neutral. There's a couple things that'll wind up, favoring Zerg. A lot of players like to do the fast expansion builds on Lost Temple versus Zerg. I'm not surprised to see White Raw not doing it because it's White Raw. It's he's playing Demaga, and there's a pretty big history there of him trying to go forward fast expansion and Demaga rolling it over with Banelings. So no fault there at all for passing up on that fast expansion, saying no thank you. I'm just gonna make a gateway, and if they do go for that fast expansion on Lost Temple, the Zerg player on this map can take quite a few expansions really early, try and get really far ahead. You can see White Raw's trying to block that expansion, but he did have to back away or lose the probe. So Demaga got the hatchery down much faster this time, and he killed the probe. Insult to injury. So Demaga's going to be in a much better position this game really early on. He's not delayed nearly as much. He'll be able to get that early Spinecrawler down, which means White Rock can't get those 4 Stalkers in there and do tons of damage. Things are already looking very, very good for Demaga.
Demaga did opt for a much earlier spawning pool. I think this was the good old-fashioned 14 pool or 13 pool and 15 hatchery. No gas, so no speedlings, and speedlings are an important element to that defense from early aggression. But he has the Overlord in position, knows that his opponent isn't fast expanding. So it'll be interesting to see what White Raw does, because the onus is really on him to make something happen. Right now he's just playing defensive, getting that Stalker to deny a scout, getting the Zealot to block the hole from Zergling aggression. And speaking of Zergling aggression, here comes 4 Lings, up to no good. 6 Lings, in fact, chasing this probe. Unfortunately, it will be able to sneak right through. No problem.
Is he going to be able to sneak through there? It looks like it might be open. Doesn't look like that's completely shut.
Oh, yeah,
look, the probe actually snuck right through there. Demaga, there we go, he saw it, gonna get the surround on that Zealot, and that's really bad. When Demaga notices there's a hole in your wall, you know he's gonna take full advantage of that. We have more Zerglings coming in, gonna try and take out this Stalker. Even with this next one popping out, he might not be able to fully wall that. The Stalker is a little bit bigger, so he puts that into the wall, he should be able to lock this up tight. Demaga's chasing around this Stalker instead of trying to get in the base, see what's going on, and killing some probes. So I gotta think he's getting off easy here.
Oh, absolutely, and Demaga wishing he had got that Zergling speed after all, because he would have won the game already if these Zerglings were speedlings. He is producing no more Zerglings, so Demaga not planning to follow up this attack, but the damage is done, a Zealot and a probe at relatively little cost. Just the early advantage he wants. He is denied early aggression without that Zealot and probe. White Raw can't do anything. 2 Stalkers, what are you going to do with that? You're going to run onto this creep with a Spinecrawler? Absolutely not. So now he's got to do something, and he is throwing down 2 gateways, probably going to try some 3-gate aggression. Expansion would be a huge liability right now. He doesn't have the buildings to defend it, doesn't have the units to defend it. He knows there's a lot of Zerglings on the ground, and with that expansion up and running, Demaga could be very threatening. That being
Yeah, and
said, not many drones.
since he didn't manage to delay that expansion, you can see he's a lot more tentative with this attack here. He's got 4 stalkers out. He's got another zealot. Uh, Positioning as if he wants to put pressure onto Damaga because he wants to be getting his own expansion up. And he does not want to be doing that while just sitting in his expansion, waiting for Damaga to attack. He wants to be putting pressure onto him while he expands. You can see that he's just trying to push in here with the stalkers.
He even
But
gets
if
the
rest
queen.
of these spine crawlers finish, he's gonna have a hard time here. The zealot does go down. Here comes the drones. These other spine crawlers are getting really close to finishing. He's warping in more stalkers, so he is just barely managing to put pressure onto Damaga here. And I think the key is what we were talking about earlier. There's no Zergling speed. There's still no Zergling speed for Damaga. And that's really limiting his ability to fight this off. He's lost quite a few spine crawlers to this point. There's 2 up, but that's a lot of stalkers. He should be able to kill the rest of those spine crawlers. More of these stalkers being warped in by the moment. This is not looking good for Damaga at all. And it all comes down to the lack of the speed on these Zerglings. This one spine crawler is going to go down. The second one's going to go down as well. The rest of these spine crawlers won't finish. And Damaga doesn't have any units.
Yeah, I think we have a GG coming at White Rock. Good old fashioned. It might even be a 4-gate. It is. There is a 4th gate. GG from Damaga. He was 4-gated. Did not have any slings with speed. Spine crawlers were about 20 seconds too late, and Mass Stalkers wins the day. So well played by White Raw. 2-0 up over Damaga already, and Damaga probably kicking himself for picking this map.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be kicking myself more about skipping speed. Like, he even got a layer and didn't start the speed on the Zerglings, and it's just like, oh my god, Speedlings are so good versus Stalkers.
Yeah,
He had quite a few Zerglings there, but he kept, since they didn't have speed, he had to keep running them into the slaughter. He never was able to get them up to that critical mass, and of course, without the speed, he can't get a good surround. It's so tough.
And he never took the control of the Zelnaga watchtower. Didn't see the pylon go down. He was totally unprepared for that attack when it came. Was caught off guard. And like I said, the timing was perfect, but he might have been able to do something a little bit better if he had known it was coming. So well played again by White Raw. He's up 2-0. Damaga really, we'll be on Scrap Station for sure next game, and we'll see if he can make this a best of 4 or 5. Hopefully we'll go to 5.